Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It's Wednesday night, which is I think a little bit different, right? Normally I stream on Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays, but because tomorrow is a national holiday, July 4th, at least for the US, I will be hanging out with my family and stuff like that on the holiday. So I'm going to stream tonight instead, even though I normally stream on Thursday night. So we'll hang out tonight, and I'm excited to play some more Riven. I've been thinking about this game. I've been thinking about it ever since the last stream because I made a discovery immediately after the last stream, which is cracking me up. So hang on just a second. Let me get stuff going. Let me switch on over to making sure my green screen's covering everything. Okay. All right. Back, I guess. Let's just continue. All right. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So, last time we played Riven, we were hanging out on Jungle Island. We made our way to the top of the weird tower structure that sits in the lake near the city. And we made our way through the doorway in there, found the secret passage, and it ended up in this room. And last time I played, I found myself very, very surprised because this room is exactly the same, or seems to be exactly the same, as it was in the original game. However, to me at least, this puzzle isn't quite the same. I can't put these back down. So what happens if I pull the wrong one? Okay. And that confirms my suspicions that it's looking for 6 things. I had 5 of the pillars up. Okay, so last time on stream, I talked about how I thought that this puzzle is related to what they call the cemetery statues, which are those weird statues that are surrounded by like a ton of little figures, and they have the eyepieces in them that we've been looking at. So let me pull up my notebook. All right, so this is one of them, right? We finally realized that we were able to look through it, and we see a white marking on it that tells us which direction to turn the eyepiece so that it's the right way up. I wish I had a picture of Gen's notebook. It's really hard, but here I kind of do. We'll see if I can read it from this distance. Last week, one of my acolytes caught a rebel sniffing around the cemetery totem in the jungle. In keeping with the general something like insipidness or something like that, the dog was allowed to escape. But the subject, or whoever his person was, his acolyte, was able to bring the object in question. So it's a primitive eyepiece, which one of the native in which one of the native numbers has been set. So I think somebody asked me on stream, like, is this like a new number or what is this? And I was like, no, there's no new numbers. Like, I went to the Riven school. We saw all that. But they were right. Because I had forgotten, because it was something that was new to this game, and I still really struggle with getting confused about which game, like, which version I'm playing, and I keep expecting, like, oh, this didn't even exist in the last one. No, there's no new number system at the school. But I was wrong. Something about, given that their cursed numeric system requires you to know which way a symbol has been rotated in order to read it. However, there's no way to make sense of it. And so what we've discovered is that if we look through there is a way to tell which direction is up and which direction is down. So let me show you guys, and I took a picture of this, and even though I took a picture of it, I forgot about it. All right, on the left-sided set, are the, and I'm guessing these are actually dunny. This is the dunny numbering system, even though for, I think, all of my years I've always thought of it as the Rivenese numbering system. It's actually, I believe, the dunny number system, because it's based on a base 5 system. This is 1, 2, 3. When it has a little triangle down in the corner, it's 4. And then you rotate the one on its side, and it becomes 5. And then horizontal plus this is 1. And I've talked about this several times. So horizontal plus 3 is 8. That kind of thing. And actually what the sheet is doing is it's giving you a symbol of the numbers that are equivalent. So this appears to be the native numbering system, but he is right. You do have to know which way is up. Luckily, everything is up correctly on here. And from thinking about it, what I believe I've discovered is that this is a base 3 or maybe base 6 numbering system. So this is the number 1. What you need to know, and you can kind of tell, is that there are 3 different places symbols can be. It can either be the top left, the top right, or the bottom. So a single thing in the top right is number 1. When that symbol rotates down to the bottom and there's just a single little triangle in the bottom space, that's the number 2. And when it rotates again to the top left, as we see here, it becomes the number 3. Then as it rotates back around, we will have 2 symbols. When the 2 symbols, both little triangles, when there's one in the top right and the bottom, that is the number 4. When you see one in the bottom and the top left, that's number 5. And when they rotate around again and you see one in the top left and top right, that's the number 6. Then we'll get 2 triangles stacked on top of each other. When they're stacked on top of each other in the top right, that's number 7. When they're stacked in the bottom, that's number 8. And then when they're stacked up on the left-hand side, the upper left, that would be 9. Then it rotates around to 2 sets of 2 triangles. So when those 2 sets are top right and bottom, as we see here, that's a 10. If they were to be in the bottom and top left, that'd be an 11. And if it was top left and top right, that'd be the number 12. So I went through here and I wrote down the numbers. So 8, 1, 10, 5, 3, 6. And that's true. So what I noticed is when I went back to look at these, under the sea, this is the one from under the lake. So the symbol here is a single triangle in the top right. When it's aligned correctly, that is the number 1. When the symbol is a single triangle in the bottom, that's the number 2. The actual mark is up here, but we were unable to rotate it. So we'll know that symbol's in the top left. That's the number 3. Then we get symbols in the top right and bottom. That's 4. Oop. Bottom and top left is 5. And then top left and right, as we see here, are 6. So now we've got numbers associated with it. Now, the thing is, I think it wants 6 different animals associated with that, and I don't know. I don't know what animals they want. Right? Actually, hang on. I'm going to take some pictures here. Should be able to get those guys. And that. Alright, now unfortunately I think we're gonna have to make our way back out of here because I don't believe I have the information to answer this puzzle now that I have seen where the solution goes. I think we can maybe, and now that we figured it out a little bit, I'm hoping we can kind of figure some things out here. Alright, let's go back out. Let's click this light on. So cute. Alright, grab the handle. Sweet. And we'll make our way out of here. Alright. Now, if I had to make a guess, the one that is under the lake, I believe is associated with, like, the fish nearby. So if I had to pick one for that one, I'd pick the fish. But I'm trying really hard to think of what we've seen around the other ones. And unfortunately, all I really remember are butterflies. But there's got to be more than that. Alright, let's... Come on. Let's go into this one. Alright. So pretty to see like the whole world underwater, like fishing traps. Alright, there's our open door. I really think this one's gotta be fish. Alright. Not sure what to do about the other one, so let's go check it out. And part of our problem is that one of these is on Prison Island. It's not even on this island. Okay. So we know that there's one under the lake, and I'm gonna... Actually, I'm gonna write that in my notebook. Where is under the sea? Fish? Alright, actually, I'm trying to think of what the easiest way up is. Is it over here? Is there a way up over here? No. I'm just wishing that there was. Okay. Let's try... No? That just goes up there. And these ladders just go to each of these houses. Okay. So I think maybe we have to go up the main ladder in the middle. And then we can go over. That's right, because there's a bridge that we had lowered. I also feel really bad. Like, have these people been cowering in their houses the whole time? Yeah, these fish. There we go. Alright. Alright, so here's the first one. Is this one. Does it have to do with where the eyepiece is looking? Like it's looking this way? Or does it have to do with what's nearby? Because I'm still kind of stuck on this tree. Technically out at a restaurant, but who cares? Fairy Orb, welcome to the stream. Oh, see, now these flowers are no longer blooming. I wonder if I have to add more water. There's a couple that are still blooming, but I don't know if that matters. What do I do with you? Is there anything nearby that would indicate anything? Oh. Oh. Really like highlights. Oh, you know what? You know what? Stream time. Alright. I'm gonna make a guess. I'm gonna make a guess, a prediction. That possibly, if I open up all those flowers and look through that eyepiece again, I wonder if it'll make, like, the shape of an animal. Or something. That's my guess. Alright, how do we get there? I think we gotta keep going up. Sure wish I remembered. up. Keep going up. More up. Up and around town. Got the ups. Alright. So there it is. Alright, let's move this around. And let's give it some water. I don't know if it's possible to see the water from... Oh, there we go. Okay, and the tree looks different now. Cool. Alright. So real quick, let me... back out of here. Can I... Alright, doesn't look like anything yet, but you can tell there's definitely more flowers open. Let's get back down there. They really do swing you around on that ladder camera, but that's okay. Hopefully we don't have to do it very often. Nope. There's more than butterflies. Oh. So that's that white paint stuff. So it's made out of, like, the flowers. And I wonder if they, like, dry it and crush it and turn it into, like, a paint. So do they have any symbols or anything? The butterflies are also pretty glowy. Alright. I think we definitely need to be using the eyepiece more. I think it's definitely an instrument or tool of the Moiety, the rebels. And so I think it will behoove us... no, I don't want to go that way. Go back up. I should have taken the bridge over there. Alright. I'm, like, determined to solve this puzzle. Tonight. Mostly because I don't think I can get any further in the game without it. Although there is some other stuff that I want to check out. Oh, shut up. I think it's in the shape of the beetle. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, let's go. Let's go. All right, so you guys can kind of see like a half dome shape with like little things coming down and then like an arc. Now let me show you what symbol that is, because yeah, it's this one. This one right here. The beetle. Alright, so where am I at? Little tree. You are the beetle. Oh, that feels good. Now, it used to be in the old game. I don't know if it's really spoilering the old game, but it used to be in the old game, there were a series of these eyes, like eye devices. They were like balls, and you'd roll them. And when you click on them, they'd roll. And when they rolled, they'd make the noise of an animal. And they'd also be associated with the shape of an animal. So the eye of the beetle one, they'd also have a number on them to let you know what order they go in. You guys going back to sleep? Okay, sorry, don't mean to disturb you, but I do have to walk through. Excuse me. So in the beetle one, it would be it was like a pool of water. And when you filled up the pool with water, it also took on the shape, the water took on the shape of a beetle. Just because of how the pool was laid out. Now let's go check on the one in here. Let's take a look and see what... Aha! feel like we just gotta see this from, like, the right angle. Oh, well. And I wonder, too, if it has anything to do with this. This thing was, like... Oh! It's the reflection. It's gotta be the reflection. Right? What is it? Oh! It's the work. It's the, I like when it glows. So you're like, okay, I've got it right. So it's the big whale symbol that we've been seeing. Oh, this is so fun! Okay. Alright. Water cave. You are the work. That's work? I don't remember. But that one is... Where is the work? He's right here. So that one's that guy. That one's that guy. So, work. So let me... Well... I don't know which one I put it on. Okay, work. Alright. So that's those two. 3, right? Fish, we think. Beetle. Work. Although I may have to go back down in that cave. Okay, cut trees. The big tree over on Prison Island, which sucks because I gotta go all the way back there. And the jungle totem. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, man, this is so cool. Let's go. Luckily, the other one's right up here at the top of the hill. And then the other one's just inside the jungle. So we don't have to go too much further. How's that tear doing? Good. They still got it rigged up there. Nice. Alright. Let's figure out... Man, there's so many butterflies. Oh, wait. Didn't I say the butterflies glowed? Okay. Alright. We might have to move them and then let them settle again. Is this the frog? Yeah, this one's the frog. So that's like his little eye up there. He's the little chirping guy we saw in Gen's laboratory. I'll show you guys what that one looks like. Oh, this is so good. Is that him? That doesn't quite look like him. There he is. It's that guy. It's the froggy. Alright, so... Cut trees. Frog. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. Sorry, bee flies. Alright, well, let's go. Is the beetle still here? No, okay. I may have scared him away already. It used to be that the golden beetle hung out on that thing. So there's always a place where you saw the animals. So like the work we've seen several times. We've kind of antagonized it on Map Island or Survey Island or whatever they want to call it. The gold beetle, I know we saw it once closer to the beginning of the game, but it used to be hanging out on that little post there. The frog was inside, like I said, Gen's laboratory. Alright, I think we gotta go up. Up the elevator, I believe. Oh, this feels so good right now. Is it up here? No. Yes? No. No, because it's like over there somewhere. Is it over here? Okay. I gotta remember how we get there. I can't remember if I have to like go down and then walk up. Do I need to take the elevator to the bottom? Or is it that, the one path in the middle of the jungle? I don't know. Hang on, let's try the other path real quick. No creepy kids. Okay, good. Makes me feel better. I'm always scared they're still gonna jump out. Alright. Maybe it's this pathway. Here. Because this one goes like down and around the outside of the island. Okay, I wasn't sure if there would be anything in here. Just because it's cool. Yeah, this has got to be it. Alright. So let's see from here. Is it like on the palm fronds somewhere? Oh, yeah, it's that guy. It's the flipper. The flippery dude, the one that we walked by. There we go. Yeah. Alright. So, notebook. Jungle totem. Alright, 3. And you are the flipper. That's what I call them. I'm sure they have an actual name, but I'm looking at this guy right here. Alright. Now what's interesting is those are the same 5 animals from the original game. So the real question is, what is number 6? Yeah, we gotta go down this way because we're gonna have to take the dome over. Which sucks because that means it's gonna be a little bit, but that's a-okay. We got plenty of time. We're only 30 minutes into stream right now. I would really love it if we could get this puzzle solved. It's gonna let us really kind of unlock some stuff because, yeah. We really want to find the rebels, the Moiety, because they stole our prison book. And we can't go see what Gen is up to without that prison book. As if we do a banana daiquiri. That sounds good. I would like any kind of daiquiri. Banana daiquiri. Banana daiquiri. Okay, hang on. I need to know what symbol I'm looking for here. Jungle Island. Squinty with a line through it. Oh, I gotta do this thing again. Wish this thing was a little bit more forgiving, but I also understand why it isn't. But, like, I know what symbol it is. It's very good. Good. Yeah, probably too early that time, but... Am I doing it too soon still? There it is. It's like, I know what symbol it is. Like, I understand. I feel like it's a little, they have like a cooldown on it, so you can't spam it. And it's pretty sensitive, so you really have to get it right. I was actually watching somebody else's playthrough, like the beginning of it, and they were able to accidentally get one on an island that they went to without knowing what the symbol was. And I was like, well, I don't know, it just feels extra sensitive for me. Ads are in progress. But that's okay, because we're just really changing islands, not doing anything terribly exciting here. We're waiting for the game to load. There we go. Come on, game, you got this. I believe in you. I feel pretty convinced that that's like a loading sequence between islands. Same as the, like when you journey on the maglev or on the log cart or anything. Oh, gotta bite down one. I think the bridge is still, yeah, aligned here. Because this is the last place I took it from to. Hello, Rift. Alright, and nope, that's not really what I wanted. I need my notebook. Where am I trying to go? Island 5. Island. Map Island, Boiler Island, Boiler Island. Gotta be this one. Upright with the dot. Upright, squinty with a dot. Let's try it and see if we can find this thing. I think it's like here. And then I thought it was just on like this little next row over. No. Yes? Yes. Uh-huh. Look at me remembering. Go me. I still think about the first time I had this where I had it upside down and I was walking on the bridge with no railings on the side. That was terrifying. Alright, let's go take a look at this thing. And maybe this will have something to do with that weird log. You guys remember there was like a log piece that turned? If it has something to do with that. I hate the weird, like, glitchy flashes that happen whenever I'm in here. I wish that was cleaned up a little bit, but maybe that's just me being very picky. Because then there's, like, the lighting changes and stuff that are happening, and there we go. Alright. See what the last symbol is. And I am taking a gamble on the fact that the one in the lake is a fish. That's a big gamble. But I don't know if you can see it on. Okay. You can't see the logo for the game here. On like the pause screen or anything like that, but the symbol that they're using for the new Riven game is the fish symbol. Okay. Oh, shoot. This is what I was afraid of. I was afraid we were gonna have trouble on one of these. Because my thing is too, if it's not the one here, like if it's not the one in the lake that's associated with the fish, it might be the one here. Hello Nina, welcome to the stream. We're playing Riven. Let me just make sure from this direction I'm not seeing anything. There's nothing really highlighted in white, because I was thinking maybe also that like the shape of the tree branches, you know, like made in the negative space or something, made some kind of shape. Let's check up top too, just in case, to make sure we're not missing anything there. I feel like there's a spot on my neck that's like really itchy. Alright. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Nothing on branches. Alright. Just kind of bugs me. Because this thing has to be for something, right? It has to be. But what? What would be the point of this? What would be the point of this? It swings down. And like I see this. It's not like there's anything there. Nope, we're just gonna swing it back up. What? Okay, I'm not sure why it gave me that that viewpoint. Is there anything else I can do that with? Ah. Oh, it's just that like sunlight there. Because I also haven't seen any glow of any kind from like the outside edge, like when it's lit up on previous times. Let me look real quick at some of the symbols that we have too. Got that fish thing. That little weird froggy bird, the beetle, a moose. I haven't seen anything like that. The only other animal that I can more clearly think of is the butterfly, but it feels like we used that in the puzzle. Another fishy. It's like, that looks more like a bug, not like a butterfly. What else have we seen? I don't know what that is. Crab. Crocodile bird. There's the fish. That there, where it's like the triangle. And then there's like the spot in the middle. That's the fish. And I think it would be hard to tell that that's what that is if they weren't hanging that way in the village. This doesn't look like any of those to me, though. And again, we're not getting like anything from our viewfinder. crap. That's not good. There's like nothing here. So my other thought is this could be a fish. And the one in the lake could be something else. Because that one has like a little cave that it's attached to. So we can go see if we can find something else with that one. Worst case scenario, if we can get something in the lake, we can brute force it, which I hate to do. It feels like that takes all the fun out of it. But I don't know what else to do. Let's go check out the cave with the fish, which sucks because that's all the way back to where we were. I gotta go stop this thing from spinning. What am I doing? I just hope I'm not missing something here. That's my other big fear, is that I'm missing something here. There's something I didn't recognize or see, or... I don't know. Alright, this one was squinty with a dot. And nailed it! First try, let's go. Wait. Anything on here? Anything here? Anything here? Anybody got any crazy symbols? No? Okay. Alright, let's go back down and around. Ugh. I just wish I could walk a little bit faster. At the same time, the world of Riven is super pretty. These waters. How cool would it be to go diving here? Kind of makes you wonder, though. What's that? Oh, hello! Is it Leonardo Robbery? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying it. We're playing Riven tonight. Making an attempt to finish it. We'll see how it goes. Gotta wait for loading screens. It's clever how they've done this, though. Kind of hiding loading areas through mechanics in the game. Okay, let's go this way. Then let's swing it back around to the other dome. Pretzel stick appetizers? What constitutes a pretzel stick appetizer? It sounds good, but I'm trying to picture it in my brain. There we go. That's what I want. Is it pretzel sticks that you can like dip in a bunch of things? And in my brain, that sounds more like a dessert than an appetizer. Unless I guess it's like a savory dip, like a cheese, like pretzel sticks and cheese. Or is it like soft pretzels, where it's like, now my mouth is watering, like the Annie Ann's pretzels you can get at the mall. Now I dip those in cheese. Soft pretzel sticks with queso dip. Okay, that makes sense. And sounds delicious. I love queso. Love cheese. Alright. There we go. And let's load in a new island. It's still cool to look at, though. There, oh. Yeah, those kind of like weird lighting changes that are happening. There we go. Eyelash feels weird. Alright, how do I best get to where I want to go? I think it might actually be to go downstairs and call the... No, actually, well, I gotta go this way anyway to get down there. Because, like, the options that I have are... go all the way down to the bottom, take the tram, turn it, and get to the other thing, which takes me to, I believe, a place where I can call the submarine. The problem is, if the thing is not, if the steam vent is not closed up at the top, I'll have to go do that part anyway. So I might as well, I think, just go down here and to the right. You still hanging out up there, Watchman buddy? Or have you left by now? Like, if I ever have a night where I'm, like, not up to much, or don't know what to stream, I might stream the original Riven. Just so people can see the differences. Because they are both very fun, very good games. Alright. No. Steam vent open. So let's go climb up there and close it, and then we can climb. No, because I gotta move the thing. Okay. Hang on. We gotta get in the submarine while we're here. Because the submarine's here, I can't walk by the submarine without, like, I don't know, drowning or something. Let's move the submarine while we're here. Hopefully that light stays on. And it keeps that heat pad activated. Cannot wait for your coconut shrimp. It's so good. No, absolutely, totally understand. You don't even have to be here. You can totally watch the VOD later and hang out with people that you're enjoying dinner with. It's important to be present. Alright, here we go. Let's go up. Alright, so it should leave... Yep. So that heating pad's still activated. Well, let's go up and let's close this top steam vent so all the steam comes out the bottom and we can get to the door that's down there. But I've been here hanging out with me! Yeah! It's very fun. I enjoy having you here. It gives me somebody to chit-chat with. Alright, this way, this way, this way. Yeah, see, there's the fish. And so if you don't really recognize that the fish is the fish, it can be tough to tell that that's the symbol for it. And what's interesting is in the original game, it was very difficult to tell which eyeball was associated with the fish. Because the only clues you really had were from a letter in Gen's thing. Similar to the way the eyepiece is on his desk now, you see one of the different eyepieces, and it's like, we fished it up out of the water. And you're like, okay, and they replaced it with another one. When Gen took the one, the villagers replaced it with another one. And when you roll it, unlike all the other eyes, it doesn't make a noise. Which, fish don't make a noise, right? It's underwater. So you have to piece together, like, it's one of the ones that makes no noise, and it's found in the middle of the sea. Anchored to a certain, like, spot or whatever, but in the sea. Oh wait, no, that's not how I get down there. This is how I get down there. Whee! Really kind of hate this thing being surrounded by water. Alright. Let's hope that this has something for me. Okay. Shooty ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ah. Ah, okay. Okay. I don't know what this thing is, because I don't feel like we've seen... Oh, unless this is like the butterfly. But like its wings are up, maybe? And that's what it would look like if its wings were down. Or, yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. So then is Big Tree the fish? That one still gets me. Alright, this one is Other Bug. Other Bugug. Let me see if I can find it, too. This one. Okay. So this one is Frog to the left and Other Bug. Alright. That guy. Cool. Alright. Good deal. Interesting. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh. Okay, I was like, excuse me. If that steam vent isn't going, how do I get out of here? Oh, I hate the idea of being, like, crushed by the lake. Because also that heat pad is not on, but it's still holding the circle open. So thank you for that. Alright, let's get back around the submarine. Let's get back up into the cave and let's see if we've got a solution. So we can pull these animal stones and hopefully in the right order. Hello, fishies. Alright, this one? So I think this one's the school? No, I think I have it wrong. Because this is the side, this is where we were in the middle of the lake, this might be the school. Okay, let's see where it goes, because if we pass it... Yeah, that's it. Okay, we gotta go back one. We'll just ride around the lake a couple times, like that time we got stuck in here. That still makes me laugh. Slowest journey. Okay. Sorry about that. I actually need to go over. Okay, there we go. I need to go here actually. Thank you. Whoopsie doodles. Or I wonder if those things are just lit up for a certain period of time. In my mind, it was like only 2 are active at once, but it might just be wherever. Go through another one. So cool to also watch the water drain and the water level rise on the side as you go through them. There we go. This is where we're going. Alright. Sweet. Let's go. Come over here and do that. We'll jump on. Whee! I think it's interesting how it like pulls you into a like a little cutscene. I wonder if it was just too hard to like have you be able to move and Although I think you can kind of, yeah. Maybe they just wanted you to get the full cinematic experience. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so now all the lights should be on still. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Let's see if we got this. If so, this is a big moment. Alright. Oh, still, the shock of walking into this room was something else. Alright, notebook. Alright, number 1. Other bug. 2 is, I think, the fish. So let's try those. Other bug. Fish. 2. And then 3 is the flipper. Flipper, frog, beetle, work. Okay. So flipper. Frog. Beetle. I like that the work is the last one. Yeah, let's go! Oh, this is so exciting! As all the water moves away. Oh, throughout the channels on the wall. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. Oh, okay, I was like, is there another part to the... There it is. So, big reveal. For a while, Gen wasn't sure how they were getting certain materials that he had no idea how to see or get, or he was like, these materials don't exist on Riven. That's because they have a book. The crystal that they're using, so Gen uses fire marbles to help stabilize his book images. No backseating is basically like, if you've played the game before, it's telling me what to do in the game. So no spoilers, no backseating. I enjoy playing on my own and figuring it out myself. So yeah, so Gen's using the fire marbles to stabilize his images in the book. But these guys have these neat crystals that come from their world. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, PokePlays TCG, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's, there we go. Let's get it all on there and stabilized, and you guys can see the cool picture, hopefully, of their age. Now, this picture here used to be the old cover art for Riven. Can we not get through? Come on, does it need to be like in a certain... Oh my gosh. There it is. Alright, let's go. Just find the glowy section. Oh. This is where it all starts coming together. This is kind of what ticks off, like, the end of the game. So here we are in a completely new age that is not Riven. I can't remember if the Moiety have a name for this or not. But yeah, we can't... Cool bird creatures, the night sky. Unfortunately, we can't really get in there. Let's go check this out. Hello? Hello? Knock, knock, knock. Anybody home? Oh. Oh, hey. Nope, we're good. No. Oh, I done been darted. What if you've never played the game but have an idea on what to do? That's totally fine. If you're playing the game along with me and trying to figure it out and totally guessing, I am absolutely happy to have those chats. But it's when people like know what to do and they're like, oh, you need to play the game this way. Like that kind of stuff. I'm not a huge fan of. But I am always happy to take suggestions if you also have an idea. Because there have been a lot of people who've helped me get through the games. Alright, let's go see what's going on with the black moiety. This is another part of the game, though, where I'm a little bit sad that we've lost... I don't know if it is FMV, but like the real people in the video game. Okay. A warm welcome. Arrive on Tay. So Tay, T-A-Y, must be... I wonder if that's where we came from? Down there? I got a bowl. And, the door is closed. And I am in like a cell, a room. Ooh. Ah. Hello. Lost your signal due to inclement weather. Hope you have fun and get this message. Oh, it's locked. If you do that reward, it just plays a sound clip of Nancy Drew saying, "It's locked." Yeah. I don't, unfortunately we don't speak the Moiety's language, but that's okay. Oh, Katarina for 2,000. Yeah, I have people who have literally like so many channel points. That I actually, it used to be cheaper, but I raised the prices on some of them. Let's see. Alright, so this is a big point in the game. So that lady is from the Moiety, and she is a friend of Catherine's. Now here, y'all might recognize that. This is our prison book. So it's very kind of them to give that back to us, because that's what we need to try and capture Gen. Oops. Let's see. Now here's the interesting part. Now this is Catherine's notebook. Alright, so I write quickly from my prison. Along with this journal, I've instructed Neela, that's the lady who just visited us, to return the book that the Moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose, which we know, it's a prison book. We need to get Gen to touch it in order to be imprisoned in there permanently, hopefully. Gen will wish to use it, though he will undoubtedly be suspicious. Now that part is going to come into play, which we'll see later. Once he is out of the way, you'll still need the combination to release me. I'm told he keeps it somewhere in his outpost on 233. So 233, I couldn't remember. I maybe called it like the 98th or 99th age. But like if you do some kind of weird multiplication something, I believe it comes out to 233rd age. Anyway, but we'll still need the combination to release her. So if you remember when we went to Prison Island, there was like a noise lock on the door. We still need to find that combination. The zoom! Oh, it's chugging. Oh, we got the chuggy zoom because I haven't used it recently. Oh, it's the slowest spaceship. It's so slow it's only made out of cardboard. There we go, zoom! Alright. So he keeps the combination somewhere in his outpost on 233. Then I assume we're to signal Atris where it's locked. There you go, Fairy Orb. I think I know how it might be done, but don't attempt it before I'm released. That is a big point because, as kind of mentioned previously, we've got to do something pretty big and pretty catastrophic in order to signal Atris, who is not even in the age, so that he can see the changes from the outside of the world. Alright, let's read through her journal, though. It's been 1 week since I linked to Riven, and I'm still reeling from the changes I've witnessed. Even before my eyes could adjust, the smell of my homeland embraced me. As a reminder, Catherine is actually from Riven. The sweet salt air was instantly familiar, but the scene that soon resolved was not. As I stood there, struggling to make sense of what I was seeing, a violent clang sounded, and bars appeared before me. It was then that I might have darted, but... oh, wait. It was then that I must have been darted, for my memory after that is cloudy, which is essentially kind of what happened to us, right? We arrived on Riven, we linked to the world, and those bars immediately shot up. Luckily, we weren't immediately darted, though. A Rivenese man, shabbily dressed in militaristic attire, was shouting something at me. He seemed to be attempting to speak Dunny, but his grasp of the language was so poor that I could not make out his words. And then the world went dark. Signal was iffy, out and about. That's fine. Many voices passed, until at last I awoke to a familiar face, Eddie. After all this time, she still is warm and kind as ever, and yet the years had clearly wounded her, as they've wounded everyone whose world became a prison when Gen was trapped here. Everything is tinged with pain and loss, even Eddie's bright smile, though she does her best to hide it. A desperate urgency squelched by unuttered fears, sees beneath her cordial veneer. The way these people write their journals, they use a much bigger language vocabulary list than I do. When Atris and I left Gen here all those years ago, I was haunted by visions of what had become of my people, and how they might have come to suffer under his rule. But the injustices I imagined were nothing compared to the atrocities that have actually come to pass. The following is a chronicle of what I have learned, a record of all that has happened, should I no longer be here to tell it. The Moiety. It seems the confrontation that led to Gen's entrapment on Riven was witnessed by some of the Rivenese, but their interpretation of the event was skewed, no doubt due to Gen's overinflated view of himself. Atris and I had hoped that by stripping him of his ability to link to other worlds, might lead people to conclude that his claims of godhood were false, but it appears the opposite has come to pass. If Gen was a god, and we had vanquished him, then we must be greater gods. It was thus assumed that my absence was only temporary, and that I would surely return one day to set the world right again. Thus, the Moiety, the name they adopted after Gen's disparaging use of the term, were born, sworn enemies of Gen and devotees of me. I had no inkling of this misconception about myself until 2 days ago, though in hindsight it makes perfect sense, given the way I've been treated. For their part, they naturally assumed an omniscient deity might be well aware of their own divine status, so there was no need to inform me. I only finally pieced it together during a recent underground gathering, where they reenacted their version of the story of my life, a riveting tale that culminated with the confrontation between Atris, myself, and Gen at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated to such grandiose proportions that I found it hard, at times, to suppress my laughter. And yet, this myth has also given them the courage to stand against Gen, and the hope that they might someday be delivered from the relentless inhumanities of his authoritarian rule. Even so, the fact that I am the one who has been cast as their savior, an omnipotent being who would one day return to Riven, overthrow Gen, and lead them to a new paradise, is deeply unsettling. I would do anything to free my people from this hellish existence, but I am not who they think I am. How, though, can I dissuade them from this notion without also crushing their hopes? As Gen's power grew, so did the Moiety, and in order to evade his persecution, for he would wipe them all out in an instant if he could, they had become more and more adept at concealing themselves. They make use of a network of caves that so far he has failed to discover, but I fear it's only a matter of time before they're found out. Okay, hang on here. Secret passage to the rebel linking room? 3 bolu must be lit. Alright, we need a picture of that, I'm sure. Secret passage to the rebel linking room. Where is this? Rebel linking. That is I think a new picture to me. I don't think that's from the original game. Alright, further jeopardizing their existence is the fact that the Moiety absolutely refuse to sever their ties with those who have not sided, or who have sided with Gen. The two factions thus live together in surprising harmony, their overarching sense of cultural unity appearing to outweigh the schism, at least for now. I heard today that Father and Nant were inducted into Gen's labor force. I so long to see them. But a dimness shrouded Eddie's face so abruptly when I asked of them that it left me hesitant to press the matter further. I must know the truth eventually, but I fear the news will not be good. From the moment of their inception, the Moiety have sought to disrupt Gen's plans at every turn, sabotaging his constructions, stealing from his precious stockpiles, and keeping an ever-watchful eye on his every move. They shroud themselves with dark coverings and delight in the fact that their enemies are often frightened by their wraith-like appearance, and their almost preternatural ability to wreak havoc without detection or consequence. I was in the course of one of these forays that I was fortuitously rescued when I first linked to Riven. Oh, it was. Okay. I shudder to think what might have become of me had that scout not been there to intervene. I feel very appreciative of the, hey, Witcher, welcome. Sorry, I was reading and I was not looking over at chat. We're doing good. We're doing really good, actually. We solved a big puzzle, and I feel better about the game now. But this is kind of how I feel. Like, it's really good that there was a black moiety scout there also when we arrived on Riven. Otherwise, we would have been trapped for a long time. Gen will certainly be hunting for me now, no doubt furious at his guard's failure to detain me. He must be even angrier, though, with the loss of the linking book he surely assumes I brought with me. That I was deceived into linking into Riven without a way back is a bitter yet fortunate fact, for it may well have meant the death of us had a path book back to Dunny fallen into his destructive hands. When he finally discovers that I came here empty-handed, he'll be angrier still. That's some consolation, at least. I have glimpsed the final breath of a dying age. A tiny blade cuts the void, the white hole divided, again and again. Dipped in black, the nib drips red, the art of genocide. Just like poetry. I love the, that you can see through the pages to the art on the back. That is so clever. Alright, today I ventured above ground to see for myself what has become of the island. I hoped it wouldn't be as bad as the Moiety had reported. It was worse. Having lived with it for so long, the Rivenese have become... Is that inured? I don't know that word. To the steady decay around them, but I was devastated. As we wound our way through the underbrush, I found myself once again breathing in my youth, the ocean air transporting me back in a matter of seconds. But as my eyes took hold, the warmth of those memories vanished, and I was left with nothing but numbness. We had reached a bluff that had not been there the last time I visited my home. Riven, which was once one island, has split into 5 distinct pieces that have since drifted apart at an astonishing rate. 4 of these have been claimed by Gen as his exclusive domain. Only those who have sworn their loyalty to him are ever allowed to access them. From my vantage point, at the edge of the trees, I could see 3 of them, now blighted with Gen's monomaniacal constructions. Whew. These islands are closely guarded and pose great personal risk to the Moiety, though that hasn't kept them from doing whatever they can to thwart Gen's endeavors here. So this is like her crude map of, we can see that this is Boiler Island, Temple Island, Jungle Island, and Survey Island. And the 4th island I could not see, so she could see, she was, I believe, on Jungle Island, and she could see the other 3, but she could not see the 4th, or, as we would think of it, the 5th island. As it has crept away to some distance and now lies concealed by fog, the Moiety said that Gen originally governed from this small island, living and working in a protected space he built for himself atop the stump that remains where the great tree used to stand. The only surviving forest is located here, on the largest island, where the village also remains. The island is ostensibly intended to be the province of the people, but it too has been irrevocably marred by Gen's oppressive intrusions. Words fall, brittle brown leaves, masquerading as green, should never have held, lives both bloomed, and as yet unseeded. I feel nothing today. I am an outcast among outcasts in the diaspora of a dying world. Despite my repeated protestations, the Moiety continue to treat me differently, their desperate need precluding any dissuasion from the belief that I am some sort of messiah come to save them. They misconstrue my every move as validation of their faith, whispering of how I walked the island bold and unafraid, mistaking my outrage at the island's devastation for bravery. But I am afraid, for I know something that the Moiety do not, the underlying reason for the island's accelerated decay. Gen wrote this world, and so it'll fail, as all of Gen's ages ultimately fail. I must make the Moiety understand this, but I cannot talk to Eddie. There were brief moments soon after my arrival when my divine status was forgotten and I was simply Katran again. But they are almost non-existent now. There is one person, however, who seems immune to these fallacious notions, Neela. Her gaze has never faltered when I have dared hint at the uncomfortable truth. I feel I could trust her to bear the full brunt of it. Gen is making books. How did I not know this until now? Atris and I knew he would likely attempt it, as he has adopted the paranoid practice of writing all the necessary materials into his ages. He's been exploiting the natural resources and the people of Riven as fodder for his mad pursuit to further his colonialist ideals. Thankfully, it sounds as if he has not yet succeeded. As painful as it's been, the fact that I've returned to Riven at this crucial juncture is fortuitous. The age is crumbling, my people are suffering, and if Gen succeeds in securing his freedom, other worlds will suffer the same. The Moiety are looking to me. I may only be mortal, but I have to do something. I'm going to take a picture of this. If you don't quite recognize this, this is our ice cream cone, as I called it, from the very beginning of the game. And this is probably something we're going to need to figure out. We need to get, like, steam around and do something to it. But we for sure need to know how to work this thing. It's been a long time since my last entry. There is so much to tell. It was hard to recognize, but I found the Star Fissure. It is located on what Gen refers to as his Temple Island, although the Moiety prefer to use the Rivenese word Alapo, which means water pool. They've thus taken to referring to the void itself as Alatwan, pool of stars. It is the very fissure that allowed Atris... The ice cream cone statue, yeah! It's the very fissure that allowed Atris and me to escape this age without leaving a linking book behind us, though it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. Several derelict devices from that time remain mounted to its surface, including a hatch with a window viewport, a large telescope, and the mechanical lift that was used to install it. The combination to which was acquired by the Moiety long ago. Oh, it's those new number system. Alright, we'll have to go through and figure that out to see what numbers it is. And then I'm probably... because I'm sure that they won't be in that, because Gen installed the device, which means that the numbers are probably dunny numbers. I'll need to translate them all. Alright. In the early days, the Moiety briefly considered reopening the fissure. Thankfully, they decided against it. Had they attempted it back then, the results might well have been catastrophic. Were they to do so today, it would certainly mean the end of Riven. That's an important statement, because we're going to need that. From everything we've seen so far, the only way to signal Atris from inside the world is to do something catastrophic to it, so that he can see what's happening from the outside. He knows that it's safe to link in with a linking book after we've trapped Gen. Love Reading Corner Time. Reading Corner Time is so good. And this one's such like a good journal because it's like the last of the journals that you get, and it really starts putting everything together for you, which is nice. As I'm told that in the days immediately following Gen's confinement on Riven, he attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the mist book fall from Atris's hands into that very same space. So, going back to the very beginning of Mist, right, we see the star fissure and we see a man falling into it. The man falling was Atris, and the place he was falling from is actually Riven. And so, in order to leave the world without a linking book, he threw himself, I believe it is Catherine, linked out first, back to Mist, sorry. And as Atris held the Mist book and was ready to link out, he stepped into the star fissure, began to fall, linked himself out, and then the book continued to travel through the star fissure before it landed in front of us at the beginning of the first game. So that's how this is all kind of tied together. Alright, to this end, he sacrificed several poor souls, alleged transgressors of the law, by throwing them into the hatch so that he could observe their fate. It is said that they did not die, but what becomes of them remains a mystery. That original fissure is no longer alone. New ruptures have appeared in recent years, at various locations around the islands. In some instances, the Moiety were able to glimpse the breaches before Gen and his minions moved in to contain them. Their descriptions support my suspicions that the forces are tearing Riven apart, that the forces tearing Riven apart are more than merely geological. Interesting, because I have no idea what else they would be. But we were able to see one of them on Jungle Island before it was sealed up, which was neat. More troubling, however, is that Gen is not simply containing these rifts, but is somehow using them to travel between the islands, and that he has also reportedly devised a way to harvest the energy from the expanse for some as yet unknown purpose. So we actually know the purpose of that, is he's using the power from the expanse to power the fire marbles, and he's using those fire marbles to power his linking books. How like him to wantonly exploit for his own selfish gain that which he does not understand. The star field beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It is a gentle space, as hospitable to life as a flowing river. That's how Atreus described his brief time within the expanse, before he linked out, leaving his mist book adrift within it. He was never able to conclude upon its nature, but I cannot help but feel that there must be some greater pneuma behind it. Pneuma. Something I should have mentioned earlier. One of the colossal blades that appeared in the course of our escape from Riven, the great dagger that stands at one end of the fissure, has been adopted by the Moiety as the emblem of their struggle. So if you guys remember, that was standing kind of next to the ice cream cone and next to the thing that we initially warped into. One of the big dagger statues. They have taken their own explanation as how it came to be, of course, but their choice is more apt than they know, as that dagger, along with the other blades, was a manifestation of my rage at the desecration that Gen had already wrought upon my world. I haven't told the Moiety yet that I wrote it into this age, as I fear that would only fuel their overestimation of me, but I can't deny it pleases me to have inadvertently provided them with such a fitting symbol for their cause. So all of the giant knives that we see everywhere is Catherine's doing. She actually wrote those into Riven's book. My limited encounters with Gen's followers have been discouraging. Whenever I've attempted to engage them, they've fled from me. I heard an interesting tale from the Moiety last night, which may help to explain this. Soon after we trapped Gen on Riven, he claimed that it was he who had been responsible for the great blades, summoning them as preemptively punitive reminder of the obeisance he expected. In the village circles, it is told that this act marked the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, provided they had proven their devotion to him, they would be delivered unto a new and better existence. I will continue my attempts to intervene on their behalf. The cage has finally failed. Gen is free. My sources have confirmed that Gen has managed to create a functional linking book. In fact, he had done so before my arrival, but kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest acolytes were aware of it. In keeping with his callous regard for the world he creates, he has simply named this age 233. It is not yet known whether he has written others. I have also just learned that years ago a Moiety scout managed to steal a book that was an early failure, that Gen had intended to destroy. It was largely complete, but did not work. I wasn't told about it until now because they thought it was useless. Gen struggled for decades, but he could never get a conventional linking book to work. Then one day, he began construction on a cumbersome mechanical solution. A complex array of devices designed to harness the energies of the starry expanse and use them to suppress his book's inherent flaws. The design phase was chaotic and often dangerous. The Moiety tell of tremendous explosions, as Gen sought to contain and wield forces that he knew little to nothing about. But he is nothing if not determined, and eventually he was able to use his enormous crutch to link to another age. I can't deny his brilliance, but it is an abominable solution, brutish and overwrought, and all but entirely unnecessary. I've studied the partially burned book that the Moiety took from him. Although he sought retribution for the affront, he appears to have been otherwise untroubled by the theft, no doubt assuming that the book would be useless in the Moiety's hands. But I can see what they could not. The book may yet be salvageable. The age the book describes is wholly unsuitable as a home for the Moiety, but I think it can be modified. I will dream. I have nearly finished writing the Moiety's age. The world as described is harsher and more desolate than they are used to, but should be able to sustain themselves, or they should be able to sustain themselves there. But we'll need a second book. Gen has been spending most of his time on 233 lately, so the danger is less, but getting into his lab will still be difficult. The coming collapse weights the air, blurring my vision both day and night. We must act soon. We'll need a second book. Gen has been spending most of his time, so getting into his lab will still be difficult. Is there a book we're supposed to get there? Oh, okay, good. Success! They secured a second book. I just had to keep on reading. Though I worry now that Gen will miss it and deduce our plans before we're ready. The descriptive book I've prepared as refuge for the rebels is useless unless I can find a way to correct its inherent flaws. Gen's massive machine mainly functions to manipulate the energies within the expanse. It serves its purpose, but its excess seems unwarranted. The Rivenese have long used crystalline substrates as an elegant means to manipulate light, if I could just find the right material. Last night's dreams have delivered to me a perilous plan. I will write this substance into the new Moiety age. So those are the crystals that were sitting like on top of this book. If we could temporarily access Gen's apparatus, we could use our book to link to this new age and search for the crystal. Someone would then have to carry the book back to safety once the link was made. If it fell into Gen's hands, all would be lost. When Gen links to 233, one of his acolytes always remains to shut down the device. We'll have to get to him before he can do so, which means we'll only have one chance before they're alerted to our presence. Everything is ready. I have written the material into the new age, and I have prepared the second linking book as a return path to Riven. Of course, it too suffers the same deficiencies as all of Gen's books, so it won't work unless it's augmented. Once I'm in the new age, I'll have to locate the crystal and adapt it to heal the gateway image, which should render the book functional. I can then use the second linking book to return to Riven with more of this material. It's risky, but if all goes well, the Moiety, and any others we can convince to join them, will finally have an escape. I can't help but laugh at the absurdity of this plan. I sound like Atris. Should I fail to return, it will likely mean the end of my life, but my only real fear is for my people. Everyone assures me that they have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. That's the fulfillment of the prophecy, after all. But underneath they are just as tense and fearful as I am. What will become of them if I do not return? Will they perish here on Riven? Or attempt to follow me through this new book to an unknown fate? I don't know what to tell them. Against all odds, it is done. We have already evacuated most of our members to this new age, which the Moiety have named Tay. That's where we are currently. The world is more beautiful than I'd anticipated, so I'm pleased. The Rivenese have been liberated at last. They stand beneath the open sky, unafraid, dazzled by their freedom, and they are happy. But there's still much to be done. The age is still vulnerable, and the only way to completely protect it from Gen is to destroy the books once everyone is safely in Tay. I'm hesitant to bring this up with the Moiety until they've had a chance to acclimate themselves to the new world, as it would mean they would be forever exiled from the only home they've ever known. Nor am I eager to sever my own connection and my only path back to my life and my family on Mist. But for the greater good, it must be done. For the moment, we're safe. But our activities could arouse Gen's suspicion at any moment. We cannot delay. I will return to Riven tomorrow to resume my attempts to persuade the remaining holdouts to join the others in Tay. For now, though, I must rest. Alright, so that is Catherine's journal. So they've given us that, and they've given us our prison book back. So now, what we need to do is figure out, well, A, how to get out of here. And then B, I believe somebody's just going to come back. I think Neela maybe is going to come back for us. Oh. Shut up. Okay. Hi, thank you very much for opening the door. You never get to look at this. You never ever get to look at any of the rest of the world outside of what you can see through the doorway. So the ability to step out here is really, really cool. Oh, interesting. And if you see that blade, that big like lever-like blade is what's embedded into Jungle Island. Oh, this is so cool. Can I like knock on their door? No. So I was wondering, I know you can knock on a door in Riven on Jungle Island 5 times and you get somebody to answer, and I wonder if you did the same thing here but 6 times, maybe somebody in Tay would answer. Oh man. This is so, look at all the knives and stuff. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, that's her. That's Catherine. You can see how they worship her. It's interesting because their lanterns are also six-sided. I wonder if their fruits and stuff here are as well. This is so cool. I'm guessing that room is their linking room that we need to get to, but it's just really awesome to be able to walk around and just experience the world. I'm still going to try and knock on every door I come across. Oh, looks like I've got an ad break going. Oh, it's a... an elevator. Oh, thank you. There we go. Alright. Hello, hello, don't mind me. For some reason I thought I would need... oh, this is like a good linking book. This one doesn't even have a crystal on it. So that is interesting. I thought I would need the page from her journal, though, for their, like, secret linking thing. Maybe that's relating to something else. I thought it would be here. Oh, dang. This game is going to take even longer than I thought. There's 3 lights around the outside. Alright. Well. So, we have our linking book. Now the goal is find Gen, trap him, and then free Catherine, and destroy the world. It looks so cool. Alright, so we've got a bit of traveling to do, sort of. Oh. That camera shift is always a little, jarring. Alright, best way to get there, I think, is just to go over here. I should be able to get there from the school. I hope. Because the fire marble device, we have seen it before. It is in the middle of the golden dome. Let's try this. See if this will get us there. Alright, ad break's over. Welcome back, everybody. Oh. Nope, I wanted to turn around. There we go. And let's hope this takes me out somewhere. Can't remember, because we've only been here, like, once. So I can't remember exactly where this path leads to, but I think it just leads to... where that, like, tree thing is, I hope. Yeah. Perfect. It was like 93 when you got to the restaurant, now it's 77. It's a little bit chilly. Comparatively chilly, I suppose. 77 degrees sounds lovely. Alright, let's go down here and we're going to take the maglev back over to Temple Island. Hi, Flippers. Hello. I'm just walking across here, don't mind me. Okay, go back to sleep. Nothing to worry about. I'm just here, hanging out. Excuse me, excuse me. Alright. Take this little detour back down to the mag lab, and then hopefully we should be able. And it's pouring. Okay, that's a little different. Yeah, we've had some like really crazy rainstorms here lately, which I don't love. Because I felt like this year was like an okay year in terms of mosquitoes. But now that it's rained a whole bunch and we've got standing water everywhere, those mosquitoes are going to go crazy. So I'm not thrilled. Although I am really excited because we were able to test out our water barrel system, which is very nice. Oh, it's supposed to be fireworks tonight. That does suck. Although if it's raining, maybe it's really safe for fireworks, because then you know you won't accidentally light anything on fire. But that does suck. I still haven't figured out what we're gonna do for the 4th. I think there's like a big firework thing or like a family fun celebration at one of our nearby festival areas. What am I hearing? Sorry, it just sounded like I heard like a really big exploding noise. Oh, yeah. This was the image I was trying to trigger earlier. But I think it's only if you walk in from this direction. And get our first look at Gen. And one of his, like, imaging devices. Where he can project his image places. Alright, Gold Dome, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. You and your fire marbles. Where are my doors at? There? Okay. Let's boop it twice. Maybe, no, we might actually even have to go around like 4 times. So now the door will be down there and the golden dome, right? Yeah. So we gotta go like twice more. Or 3 times more? Because what, this will be door here and door at the dome. The other dome, the small dome, but I don't want that. Keep going. There we go, we'll go one more. It's so interesting though, like I said, I've been watching a couple other people in the beginning of their playthroughs of the new Riven. And it's interesting to watch people do this room and this puzzle who've never played the game before. Oh, I've got an upset baby boy out there. Oh no. Sad baby. Alright, so there's this device that's in the middle here. I really hope we have everything we need to do. Now here's where I was hoping the fire marbles. Yeah, is that them? Is that the fire marbles on top of each thing? Okay. This linking book does not, it's open, but it does not appear to be working. You can see that there's like colors up there, other parts of the device. I had hoped that like the fire marbles would be like down here, like that they rolled through here, or that we'd see them in the tubes or something. Because I believe they would have come through each of these pipes. Unless that's them each sitting up top. And we can see that we've got all 5. The real question is, what do we do with this device and how do we get it down here? Or how do we get up there? Now, in the previous Riven, the original Riven, there used to be a lever here inside the door that would raise this entire bridge up, and then you could just walk up there. That doesn't seem to exist anymore. So I think we're gonna need to look around. Because that book in the middle is the one that we've got to power. So you can see the walkway up top here. It's also open on this side, so there's a walkway up top that might allow us something. This is towards Boiler Island, and we already unfortunately wrecked that bridge. So something tells me that's not going to be it. And none of the rest of these are doorways. These are all just closed off things that point at each of the islands. I think this is going to be my next big noodling session where I gotta figure out, my brain's gotta work on this. Alright, what, if any, environmental clues can I see? Actually, I want to go take a look at that thing too. Real quick. I wonder if that guy is still down there. Oh, his body's gone. Alright, so there's that big dagger that she wrote, and it looks so cool. Like, all the details on it, like the pitting in the metal and everything. So cool. Alright, so here's the star fissure. You guys can see the plates. That's really cool. You can hear, if you can hear the footsteps, they're probably really quiet. Turn the game up a little bit. You can hear like walking on sand and then walking on metal. It's a really good touch. Alright, yeah, this is what I was thinking would happen, is that we've really got to solve all those numbers. And then we'll have to do something with this thing. I think move it over so that we can move the, whatchamacallit? Move the ice cream cone. Alright. In the meantime, alright, I wanted to look around. Just see if there's anything else with this bridge. Because the solution used to be make the bridge go up. That's not seeming like it's the solution anymore. At least we know we've got the ice cream cone powered. It's always good when your ice cream cones have power. Ooh, that makes me think about the tiny ice cream cones we have in our freezer. Like tiny strawberry ice cream cones are delicious. Okay. So, well, the thing is, though, that solution can't be the solution anymore. Haven't gotten rain yet. Sky is darkening. This temp has gone down. Oh, yeah. I know. I can't tell if I'm just, like, heat intolerant because of having nice air conditioning for so long. But... okay, so the reason why the solution can't be that solution anymore, this bridge cannot raise up, because it used to be that you could... yeah, it used to be that there was a pathway that led to the dome, and so once you raise this bridge up, you obviously can't come back across. So in order to get back to the starting door, you had to take the pathway around through the dome and then come across the bridge. But that can't be the solution anymore because that pathway doesn't exist. There's no way to loop around. So what do I need? Am I missing like a button or a lever somewhere? Button. Oh! I'm locked in. Oh! Okay. Oh! Okay. Go! Yes? Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. This is really cool. Look at, like, all the stuff on the sides. Glad we haven't had a tornado in your area for over a century. Usually north of us where the state flattens out. Okay. That's good. Ooh, that was very trippy for a second. Because for a second it looked like the middle, like, wasn't moving, but the walls were. Alright. So we'll go see the other side, too. Even the, like, grates on the floor are cool looking. They're all, like, 5-pointed stars. Remember when there used to be a bridge here and then I broke it? Good times. Good times. Okay. Now the question is this machine still a waffle maker? And if it is, you'll see what I mean in a minute. The waffle maker. Alright. Okay, but good news is this waffle maker is not as complicated as the waffle maker used to be. Used to be, it had, for each square that you see on here, there used to be a whole nother grid inside of it of 5x5. Alright. So if you all will remember, we had looked at a 5x5 map of the islands. Still waffles, just with bigger holes. I like the bigger holes. Oh, the waffle puzzle. I think this is like a very infamous puzzle. Okay, so if you all remember, let me see if I can share it on the camera here. I had written down all these pictures of the islands, and I had put an X to where each of them has their little thing. So let me get back to the game here. And I also wrote down which island is which color, because we learned that all on Survey Island. Alright, Jungle Island is yellow. So waffle's gonna waffle. Alright, Survey Island, or Map Island, is orange. Is this orange? We're gonna believe that that's orange. Alright, Temple Island is green. Alright, and Temple Island is This one. This is Island 5 or Prison Island, and it is blue. Now the problem I'm seeing here is this dial. This dial, with its numbers, upsets me, but I hope the answer is maybe something I took a picture of. Alright, and the last one, Boiler Island, which is these 4 over here, is purple. And it's gonna be this one. Alright, now you're my problem. You're my problem. What do I do with you? And the question is now... I'm really worried that if I don't get this right the first time, I'm going to have to go back and make more fire marbles and empower them all again, and that's going to irritate me. That's going to irritate me. Because I don't love having to run back across the world of Riven. Alright. Let's take a look at... Nope, not that. Where's my notebook? What did I take a picture of? And did I take a picture of this? Strike Force compensation for the fire marbles. Now I had written down the top one is Jungle Island, and that's a minus 8? Minus 8 from what? A minus 6? Save and reset if you have to? That's really true. I mean, regardless, I'll have to go... I don't know. But I hate to, like... What is it called? Like, save scumming? Where you, like, save, and then if you fail, you can just go immediately back. Alright, so... Theoretically, if these were to go in order, they'd have to be yellow, orange, green, blue, purple. Now, let me take a look at what order. Yellow... Hang on, what's your name? Yeah. Because at the boiler, I have, like, plus 15. And then blue, and then green, but then I have orange and yellow. But here, it's orange, or I guess red, I don't know, and then yellow. Oh, shoot. And my notebook has, like, pluses and minuses on it. Jungle I have minus 8. Survey I have minus 6. Next one down is Temple Island, and that's a plus 2. And then it's Prison Island, and I have a plus 11. And then Boiler, I have plus 15, right? Because those look like it's able to save for a reason. I know, but still, it feels like cheating. Because these are like negatives and positives. But negative and positive what? From the middle? And I can't really do that, can I? Because I can't move past this. Unless I've got those numbers wrong. Go back to my notebook. Right, that's a 6. And then 3 plus 5 is an 8. Yeah. And I've got Jungle Island is yellow, and I've got Survey Island as orange. Dang you, waffle maker. Why you gotta be such a bad puzzle? And by bad, I mean wonderful. Okay. Now let's take a look at this thing here. So what? This is a set of 25, right? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait. Oh, no, this is still base 5. Okay, so that's like 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I've got numbers 0 to 25. I don't understand. I don't know if I have a solution to this. I wish, out of all the things that I could have picked up, why wasn't Gen's journal one of them? Dang you, waffle maker. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. What other information do I have? That's not it. She wouldn't have any information on this. She's got information on the ice cream cone. Why are these pictures so terrible? It's like so hard to see anything. Yeah, this is for the ice cream cone combination. So is that 10, 10, 2, 2, that's 3, 4, 5, that's 6, and then 3, 2, no, it's not 6. It's not 6, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a 6. And then that's another 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8. Alright, well, I've got that. Oh, what do I do with the fire marbles? It feels like this should be it. So what am I not seeing? Because if... What am I not seeing? So if I've got the islands in the right order here... This is the part that you really like about this puzzle. I mean, that's the thing. I'm loving this about these puzzles. The fact that, like, I actually have something to solve is wonderful, because I was really worried with the new Riven. I'd be like, oh, let me just walk my way through the exact same game, but it's not. So ranges -8 to +15 is what we've got, and they go in order. If there was something at, like, a central 0, we could go from -8, -6, +2, +11, +15. Would I like a nudge on where to look? I guess the question is, like, is it not this information? Do I need to go get other information somewhere else? I feel like I need to go back to Gen's laboratory for this device. I think this device, I didn't do something with it, and I think I need this device. That's my thought, is that we're going to have to go back there. Yeah, I'm correct. Okay, that's what... I for some reason, like, Okay, I'll be back, waffle maker from hell. Oh. Yeah, I need to return to the lab. Alright. Dang it. What in the world is the best way to get there? It's probably going to have to be the Golden Dome. Right? Because this only has the maglev that takes me over to Jungle Island. I need to get to Boiler Island, and for some reason the bridge decided to implode. What do I need? Door turn 1, 2, 3 times. Yeah, I'm gonna have to solve that device. For some reason, I thought that device... In my mind, what that device in his lab was gonna do is I thought it was a way to create fire marbles. And so... because of that, in my mind, the way I was expecting the puzzle to play out, and this obviously isn't how it played out, But I thought when I got to one of the gold domes in the Star Fissure that one of them would be out of fire marbles, and that maybe I would have to like create fire marbles and like polish one and all that kind of stuff. Clearly that's not the case, and I need to go back to the lab and do that. So I'm gonna at least make my way over there. And then I'm probably going to end the stream once I get there, and I'll probably pick up with that next time, because I am at the end of my stream time. Which one is Temple Island? Big open circle. And it's at least easy to catch. The game has a number of things that feel like mere flavor, but turn out aren't. Yeah, that's one of the things that I think I've always loved about Riven, whereas I feel like a lot of things in Myst, some things felt like they were there just to be there or felt very random. The one thing about Riven is that it has truly always felt like a world. Like, everything you do seems to have a purpose. Both a purpose to, like, the world and the people, and a purpose in the game. They don't put stuff in there just to be, like, filler fluff. Which I think is wonderful, and I think a lot of games could learn lessons from this game, but not even just this game, but the 1997 version I felt was very much the same way, which is interesting because it was made in 1997, and there are a lot of games that still either haven't learned that lesson or just don't care. Blue button to call my device. Myst does have a lot of things that are only flavor, a holdover from their early games, which were mostly fluff. Which sucks. Uh-oh. Okay. I was like, excuse me, you're upside down. But this game never felt that way, and this is what... It felt like a game changer, I guess, in the way that I experience games and think about them, and yeah. Alright, where am I going? I'm on Temple Island, yes, and I need Survey Island, which is that one over there. Alright. Nope. Sure. I'll go this way. It's only right over there. Lab not on survey. Thank you. Map on boiler. Which is where I'm going. Map. Lab. Lab on Survey Island. Lab on... No. Lab on Boiler Island. Sorry. Sorry if I said that wrong. But I am heading towards Boiler Island, which is the up and down doodad. Sans early games before Myst were mostly made like kids' toys, where fluff was the point. That's fair. A lot of things where it's like, oh, it's just so you can experience something, click on something, fill your time with whatever's fun to be distracted with. Yeah. But in this game, it felt very much like a complete tone shift, where it was like, no, literally nothing is fluff. The environment even, not fluff. Environment there, like, makes sense. It's just cool. Just really cool. Even coming up with, like, explanations for how the water works the way it does. Like, it doesn't have to do that. They don't have to put a device in Gen's lab that explains that, or a page that explains that, but it's so cool, because then you understand how they can control the water in the lake. Why, in this game, there's big, like, vents coming out of the sea where you can see that, like, the water is split apart. Like, it's just wonderful to see somebody put this much thought into a game, and for them to pay attention to the details. You know, you don't have to turn back on. You could stay a gold don't no okay, alright, well, you know, I sure did try there. Myst had the issue of Cyan not having a complete idea what they're making, whereas Riven had a clear focus from the start. That's a good point. And to be fair, Myst was the first of its, I don't know, genre. The negative space frog cave made you so frustrated. I only noticed, too, that that thing down there is the oven, I believe, where Gen used to burn his books that didn't work. Which, in the original game, is sitting at the center of his laboratory. But now it's down the cliff. Oh, the old oven. If only that bridge was still intact. Alright, yeah, this device. I should have done something with it. Oh, yeah. It's got a dial doodad, so I probably need a ball. One ball, please. One ball, please? Not one ball. One ball, please. No, you don't wanna... Alright, because this does something, right? So... See, it looks like it needs something in there to hit. But I don't have anything. Oh. Counterintuitive aspect of the fire marbles that a greater strike force does not always yield the maximum energy output never ceases to amaze me. Optimal strike force base value. Okay, so there's a base value of something, which is maybe what I need. Is that what I need, like the plain ones? Should I have brought one of the fire marbles with me? The railing outside the lab is bent? I didn't notice that. See, now that's the thing where there's a, I think they were selling like a companion digital book. Oh, it is. Now, it's things like this that you, like, wouldn't otherwise notice. And sometimes you'll pick up on little things, but sometimes you don't. Oh, that's awesome. Because that I didn't notice, but then there's been, like, a couple other small things that I've picked up on. But I feel like I'd really love to get that ebook where they talk about, like, all those little details on how they design certain things in the game. Did my frog hop away? He did. Okay, bye, froggy. Hi, other frog friends. Alright, y'all. I think I'm going to leave it here for the night because I'm slightly over my stream time this evening, and I need to go put a little baby to bed, probably. Very soon. But we'll have to figure this one out next time. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'll probably be playing this one again. Probably next, I don't know. I might play it on Sunday because I've just been in love with this game and this is all I want to play with all of my free time. And I'm sure the second I get off this stream tonight, my brain will figure out what the puzzle is, what the solution is, and how to fix it. So, no worries. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody. And thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And will my spaceship zoom work? No, it's going to chug. Oh, I was hoping to just do a quick spaceship zoom. Bye. Oh, chug, 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 choo, choo. All right, and zoom. There we go. One little zoom for the road. All right, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.